And we welcome you back to Fox 2 News in the morning. A beautiful looking sunrise on a Friday morning over the St. Louis area. So different than about 24 hours ago, even 12 hours ago. Beautiful looking morning, and we are coming live from your neighborhood here at the historic Lemp Mansion in the Cherokee neighborhood, South St. Louis. And we're talking about daylight saving time this weekend. Spring ahead, fall back means you get another hour of sleep, and it sometimes takes a lot of people to adjust to that, John.
Really
and we
does.
are talking about sleep issues, specifically nightmares.
Yeah. Now, nightmares not attached to falling back 2 a.m. on Sunday, but sometimes they do happen. Loretta Colvin's joining us from the Clayton Sleep Institute. And Loretta, when I usually have some of those scary dreams, it's when I have changed locations. Maybe I'm on vacation and my mind is a little active in a different way than it normally is. Is that related?
Yeah, for some people. And it's important to distinguish. There's a few different things. There's bad dreams where you wake up in the morning and go, wow, that was weird, but it didn't bother you. Nightmares where you wake up feeling anxious, worried, or night terrors where you don't actually wake up, but a person around you is actually aware that you've woken up, typically screaming. More often you hear about that in children than adults. And some of the causes can be things like stress. So for some people, just changing their environment is stressful enough. Changing their time of sleep, traveling to a new time zone, or even changing the time like this weekend can have a little bit of effect, but not necessarily provoking someone to have nightmares that hasn't had them before.
Is it a bad rule of thumb to wake somebody if they're having a nightmare?
Well, they will wake themselves up if it's a nightmare. Night terrors would be a time. Typically, you just try to let them get through it, maybe provide some reassurance with children. They're not necessarily aware it's going on, but it can be very traumatic for the parent or other observer watching it because they may scream and seem like they're very concerned, but they're just not aware of what's going on.
One thing that frightened me as a kid, I used to hear that if you're falling, and I used to have those dreams a lot, that if you hit the ground in your dream, you'll die.
I have not heard that one.
Okay, somebody just turned. It freaked me out. And I got to wake up if I start falling in my dreams.
I'm going to say they were telling you a story, and you can put that one aside.
Thank you so much. And foods can cause nightmares too.
Yeah, anything that changes your environment has the potential for doing that. And also, I want to mention one area that's known, especially we're hearing more about it now, is people with past traumatic events, particularly PTSD. And so, if someone has a known trauma in the past and is having nightmares, they should know that it's a treatable condition and just needs to talk with someone who's a healthcare provider and may need to talk about services that help with mental health, including counseling or medications.
Is there something you can do if the dream's not that bad, but it's irritating?
For some, they can redirect it, so they may actually, if it's a recurring nightmare, they may be able to take the theme and then make it actually something that's positive to them. So basically rewrite their own horrific story into something pleasant, or somehow give themselves control in this story.
Well, when are these happening during the REM stage when you're just starting to fall under
yes, so
deep sleep?
REM sleep is the time where your dreams mostly occur, and so that would be and so that would also be where nightmares occur. So that's actually typically the later half of the night, where the earlier half of the night you're going to see more of the night terrors.
All right. It's probably good to share those nightmares too with somebody else. Once you talk it out and talk it through, you tend not to have them again.
Well, maybe not that, but it does help to share. You just want to make sure you're sharing it during the daytime, not close to bedtime. The other thing to be careful of is anything that can cause stress, like scary movies or talking about certain haunted things.
Can you guys do anything about rapid mouth movement?
No, not specifically. That's up to you.
See, Randy?
Poor little John. That's a Halloween joke. Just a joke. Okay?
Trick or treat.
It's all better. Hey, maybe I'll buy you a present in the Lemp Mansion gift shop. Tim Mazel's going to be joining us here in just a little bit, taking you inside the Lemp gift shop with some great gift ideas for you. Also, barn owls, one of my favorite animals on earth, but I didn't know that they are connected to hauntings here at the Lemp Mansion. You're going to hear Walt Crawford from the World Bird Sanctuary tell you why. It's all coming up on Fox 2 News in the Morning, live from your neighborhood here at the historic Lemp Mansion.
All right, now you had that rapid mouth movement.